G'day guys, and we're back for the afternoon session here at Mitcham Bowls Club, King of the Hill tournament. Now I'll fix up the feed here. Here we go. Last bowl shot. Zach will be joining me shortly.
Right now, mate.
Oh, there we go.
Where are we going here? So we got my old man, Alan Woning, and Jeff Hill playing against Josh Sanders and Rod Nicholson. Nico's just played a bomb after Dad played a decent draw bowl.
Yeah, hopefully we've fixed up the volume a bit. We noticed, I went back and had a look at this morning's feed. Hopefully we've fixed up that side of things a little bit so you guys can hear us a bit better without having your TVs and your computers turned up to the wazoo.
Now what I've noticed here is that they're all playing the backhand now. I think they've clued on that forehand's very touchy. You have to get your line dead spot on, and clearly these guys aren't good enough to do that. So they're taking the easy hand with the backhand. Although here comes Dad on the forehand. And he's playing a good shot, but hasn't quite gotten it. There's still one down there. We might. I'll get the Mitcham president over here shortly, and anything.
We've got our little co-commentator Annabelle here. How was your lunch break?
Good.
You have
Good?
a few snags? Yeah. Who's winning here? Who's winning here? You got no idea, do you? No.
That's
No.
all right.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
Hilly.
great bowl
and
by
he's
Hill, and he's
stiff.
still down.
He's stiff. Do you recognise anyone playing here? Do you see anyone that you know playing right here?
Yes.
Who?
Annette.
Oh, Miss Callanan, yeah. She might be up here soon. I'll tell you what, we'll get you back when Miss Callanan gets to rink 1. Hey?
Rink 1.
Yeah, this is rink 1 right here. Keep coming. You go to your mum there, please. Please, go. It's out. Wait. Go.
Righto. So Hilly with his second last bowl. He's got to be into it with a bit of weight here, I would presume,
I
unfortunately.
think he'd want to try and open it up a bit. If, hey. So I think Daly will be disappointed he didn't open things up there, and Josh has played a cracker. Oh, good luck, Hilly. You're not getting shot out of this, mate.
I think you've just got to, you either got to follow it in or
I would be given the format. I would be running straight up the guts.
straight up the guts and
hoping.
just hope, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you can do here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the optimum shot. You hit that with sort of 6 feet, push it through the gap and run on yourself. But given Josh is only about 5-6 inches away, tell you what, he's in the area, so something's going to happen here.
It's close.
No, with nothing behind you, not much you could do there.
No.
It's all right. He might be back in a future end. So Josh and Nico hang on. Josh retains rink 1 for the first time all day.
Well, you've got to think, for Hilly and your old man, that's the first end they've dropped in 10 or 11.
No, they reckon they've won, 11 straight, I think they said, yeah. Yeah, much. That's what around on the lunch break to some of the guys up top there, is that you're not out of it.
No, you're never out of it.
No, get a string of events together. All you got to do is get in the top 5 to the top 5 rinks, that is. So the top 10 we're paying out today. First prize will be $1,500, which is massive money. Considering that's no sponsor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very handy.
So we've got our president here, Sean Callanan. He's going to... No. Matty, you sit down.
You can sit.
No, you sit down. I'm going to say goodbye to the family because I think they're going to leave shortly. So
All right.
Sean can take my spot for a minute and give us a bit of an update on the club and the bowls that are getting played here.
Thanks, mate.
Who have we got? We've got Jeff Peterson back again. GP, there he is.
Yeah.
Him and his saviour Darren.
Can't keep a good man down, can you?
Yeah.
All right.
Can't keep him quiet either.
Love the kit that Sanders is wearing.
All over it, GB.
Righto, sorry, I'll just get the right camera angle. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, Matt. Yeah.
Very, very good turnout for this bowls event.
Look, it's a terrific day. Congratulations to Zac on doing a great job and getting this off the ground and everyone who's involved. It's terrific for Mitcham.
Yeah, absolutely. And the weather's not been too bad. She's got cold before. I thought we were going to get a bit of rain.
There's a few of the older members reassure us every year that it might rain everywhere else in Melbourne. It never rains at Mitcham Bowling Club. So.
Well, you and I both know after being here how many Thursday nights we thought, oh, geez, we're going to be in some strife. And I think it was only the week that you won that we got a bit of rain near the end.
Yeah, that was it. I was lucky to get over the line that week.
Yeah, well.
Must have been a lot of people didn't want to come out in the cold.
Ah. I was there, still got belted. It's definitely an interesting concept, this King of the Hill tournament.
Yeah, it's a different one. I think it's exciting to see the pressure building now on people pushing up rinks. Working hard, and people who commenced up on the top green there have worked their way into a really nice space now, and they're putting pressure on those guys that have been controlling the top 3 or 4 rinks too.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out towards the end. No one's given up too much ground easy.
We'll see, I think Dally and Rachel have dropped. They've dropped 2 on the trot. They're down now on 4. So
That's
again,
right.
doesn't take much to drop a few and all of a sudden
Yeah.
you slip out of contention.
Yeah, that's the game.
Or vice versa. Before lunch they won 3 or 4 on the trot. To get back onto the top.
Yeah, a few of the players were saying in the break there that it's certainly playing a different style of game. You're thinking all the time you might get shot, then you're protecting, and then knowing that everyone's going to try and play those weighted shots through the head to convert or change.
Yeah.
You only got a short period of time, get it done, get the job done.
And one shot can turn the whole thing around.
Yeah, and it does. So we just watch here, we've got Berkey and Chaz. Berkey's Dennis Burke there. They're on ring 3. They've kind of just been. They're another pair that they play pretty highly in the club pairs usually most years.
Yeah.
And they've won it a couple of times I think, and they work their way through quite well at the moment.
Oh, there we go.
There, killed it.
Well, that's on the tee. So now it's anybody's.
Bit of a measure there.
And see if there's any in the ditch. I don't think there is.
A few goals to come.
Well, as you would think, that's well and truly shot, but still
GP
got a half a metre
right.
short.
Gee, the greens are running beautifully, aren't they, Matt?
They are, mate.
It's looking good.
On a roll on the night they opened, and we thought they'd be a bit slow and a bit skinny, and it was far from it. Actually, straight off the bat on the first night.
I remember that. They had a heap of rain the day before, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or something? It's the best thing that the club's ever done, I think, converting over from the bent grass deck that we had before. We have a lot of trouble with that over the years, and load of maintenance, and the new TIF has it's come up a treat.
Yeah, this has.
Andrew Daly's played a big role in that. He's put a lot of time into making that, so well done, Andrew, and the club appreciates the effort he puts into that. There's two great bowls by Jeff Peterson. Very nice.
He's been bowling all right when he gets here.
Yep.
Want to try and get them both? That hand. Under there. Get it off your hand. He's good.
There we go.
Pop that onto that.
If he takes the two out here, that'll be champion bowl of the day, I reckon.
One's coming straight up at the jack. Roughly.
Yeah, it's a tough call. Good work.
He's got jack.
Oh,
And both are in.
cracker bowl.
Both are in.
That's it.
That's a cracking bowl.
That's a great bowl, Josh.
Come straight down through there and clean both them up there. And keep both them in play.
Yeah.
Jack and bowler in the ditch, but that counts. Well, he did say earlier that if he ever got to the top rink, that he was just going to try and smash them all afternoon after that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's
Based
the
on that
strategy.
form, it's not a bad strategy.
It's working so far.
Well, as I said to Zach before, if you can put them in the ditch every end and sit near it, a bit hard to beat you when you're in the ditch with the jack sitting next to you.
Just waiting now on the result of ring 2. Steve Skinner and Graham Elkin holding short at the moment. 2 bowls to come for Jeff.
Can't, no, I've got the camera pointed the other way. I can't, I'll see if I can sneak a look on the neck. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, I've got multiple camera angles, mate.
There you go. Pretty dangerous, is that?
Yeah, but what's it done? Yeah, I think they're all Hilly's bowls, so they're back on the top green.
Yeah, they just sorted that out. Great conversion, Jeff Hill. That's it. This is another stint on number 1.
Well, they won 10 on the trot, 10 or 11 on the trot, dropped 1, and now they're back again. So
He had a great season last year, Jeff Hill. He bowled extremely well, right through the tournaments as well.
Yep.
In the Rangers area, Eastern Rangers and so forth. His game's developing extremely well.
What are we now? 23, 24. So we're now starting to get towards the pointy end where a few up the top will start going up. Can't get there.
Yeah, I think Zach's
What have we
sorting
got?
that out. There's a certain end level where you have to count it down then.
We're going to have 14 rinks. I think we're down to 13. So once you get to 27, if you're on the bottom rink, you can't. So then one by one, they start dropping off.
Yeah.
And that's where it makes it a little bit exciting too, because then you start getting more and more people actually watching the front green and what's going on. So at the end, you could have 40, 50 people watching the last end.
Yeah, it's good.
We've changed what rink we're on, Steve. It's officially on rink 3 or 4.
Oh, we got it wrong. Billy dropped that end.
Did he?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, right.
Come on, buddy. Everything.
We got some.
So you got Graham Elkin and Steve Skinner,
Yep.
a couple of local boys.
This is their first foray onto rink 1 for the day. So again, that's the great thing about this tournament. What are we rink? This is going to be the 24th end, and it's their first look at the main green. Helps if I swap camera angles.
Steve's come back this year, had a year off last year. He's usually plays in our top 2 teams pretty comfortably, regularly in the ones and
Yep.
twos. He's a very nice draw bowler. There's pretty good weight control in the game.
Oh yeah. Just rolled through a touch too much, but at least it's behind. Geez, we've had some teams that have travelled. I saw a couple from Werribee before.
That's right. We've got young Adam down there from Warrnambool coming up.
Warrnambool?
Warburton, rather.
Yeah,
Warburton.
oh, Walden, yep.
No, he comes from Apollo Bay.
He drives from Apollo Bay, plays at Warburton.
Yeah, he doesn't even drive. Buses, trains.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
So I think he left about 4 o'clock this morning catching buses and trains.
He's keen.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah, he does. He loves bowls.
That was interesting. That was coming through with a bit of weight.
Where is that? Is he on this green?
No,
he's
he's
up top,
gone
isn't
down
he?
to 3.
No, it's
Oh,
from
Ads.
Warby.
Oh, righto.
Yeah, he's
I
up
thought you
on-
said Dad, so I'm a
up
bit
on
hard of
11.
hearing. See, but we'll be, I was just saying, we'll be starting to drop off, lose some people from the top green soon.
Yeah, well, we're about
Almost
probably.
coming down that magic number of 27.
I think so. 6 ends. We'll take just another short break, and then we'll kick off the last 10 ends, which will be the most crucial. And we'll start knocking people off the back green when they can't possibly qualify.
Well, that'll be 27 onwards, I think. 27, 28.
No, it'll be longer than that because you can finish on rink 5 and get in the prize money.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay,
what have we got?
Yeah.
So 3 ends, 10 ends. It's about 10 ends. So about rink 30, about end 30. Sorry. For some reason, the maths doesn't really trigger with me with that. I think it's end 30 that they can't. The ones on 13.
27, so it's got to be 32.
32, you reckon?
Yep.
Beautiful, Captain.
32 gives what? 8 ends to play, and if you're on 13, you could get to
5.
True.
I'm glad my mathematical skills are working on a weekend. I've used them up so much during the week.
So what we are going to do is rinks 5, 4 and 3 all receive the same prize money. So when they come N40, whoever finishes on those 3 rinks can come off knowing the prize money they're going to get. And what we'll be left with is rink 2 and rink 1, which will be playing from 1st to 4th. And we will get rink 2 to play on rink 1 in front of the live stream to play for 3rd and 4th. And then we'll get rink 1 on at the conclusion of the day to play for 1st and 2nd.
White was beautiful on your first.
How you know? And also, I got a question. How do you know which team it is?
I know everyone's playing.
Sneak around the corner here. How's the weight? A little bit heavy.
Do they have shot already though?
Yeah, they do.
They do, yeah.
They do.
You need more sausages than that, won't you? I'll go down.
That's it. The Mitcham boys get over the line, I think. Yep.
There you go. holding centre stage, mate. We're no, camera's switched, mate. We're going somewhere else now. We saw you coming.
Just having a look around. I think everyone finished pretty much at the same time.
That's really good, mate. And look, you just noticed then, we just had Carol Gooding. She's been part of bowling fraternity for many years, decades and decades now. Great club member at Mitcham. And you just get people like that around Mitcham floating around, just popping in. Everyone's got a keen eye about what's going on.
Yeah.
She's going to pick up some sausages.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the little things, they're the things that
That's
make the club
that's
go.
exactly right. Doesn't take much. It's only it really is all the small things combined to make a few big things. So
Absolutely. Everyone's just having a really nice look around and looking after one another and keeping it running, keep the day going. It's, that's what makes local clubs and communities.
yeah, it does absolutely. And that was made mention yesterday at Baronia. We had our opening of the bowls, opening of the green ceremony.
Yeah, yeah.
And same sort of thing. It was amazing, all the small contributions to a club.
Yeah,
They're the ones that make the big deal at the end of the day.
yeah. All the volunteer work that goes into things.
Yeah,
like
there's a
this.
lot of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
We got.
Cool. Alright, we're back here. We've got the skipper of Rink 1's currently sitting with us. We can watch, he's got to go spot the jack right now. He'll come back in a second. But the O'Briens are back again, Matty and Gerald. Captain's got the jack for him. Captain's a good man. So Captain and Dickie, I called it earlier, they're my smokies for the day. They're just, there's some class bowlers who are very nonchalant, don't really give too much of a shit about what's going on. They'll stir up some hell, but there's still 15 ends left, so it's still anyone's game. How are you finding it so far, Matty?
Great format, love it. It's interesting the different tactic each team playing. Some people giving the mat away. Some people are staying on the same length that they want, and some people are swapping positions.
Yeah, I've seen a couple swap here and there. There's a couple that are just swapping when they lose. And
Josh and Nico are doing that.
Josh and Nico are, yeah. Jamie and Nigel are too. They spend a lot of time on Rink 1, and they're currently on the back green right now. They've dropped all the way to Rink 8. They are struggling.
We started off on them on Rink 2, and I
Yeah.
think we've played them 4 times.
Yeah. So I don't know. Their tactics clearly aren't working. Although they've got time to get back in.
Might be time for a change.
Yeah, I think so too. Are you finding a difference in the shot selection, given you're not having to accumulate shots or protect shots?
Yeah, it does. If you're down with last bowl, I think you can play a lot more aggressive because it doesn't matter how many you drop.
No, that's
whether
right.
you drop 1 or whether you drop 6, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And do you find there's probably not as much fear of losing the end because you know you're only going back one rink, you win the next end
down
again.
one spot. If you drop down a rink, you can come straight back up next end.
Who are you finding is the biggest threat at the moment? Obviously, Josh and Nico are both 2 class bowlers who are big bowl players too. I think that's what I'm seeing so far is that you got big bowl players, the ones who are just consistent draw bowlers getting in the head.
Yeah, well, it's tricky because at the end of the day, it's only one end, so that can kind of negate that because anyone can put one good end in,
Yeah.
put one on first bowl, and it's tricky to get them off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tricky to remove it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Nico and Joshy, I'd say, no offense to yourself and Obi, Matty, but Nico and Joshy have got to be the favourites. Just from the way Nico plays with his raking shots, and Joshy's a one-bowl player. He'll wick off anything to get a shot. So
we're one down here, so we'll see what I can do.
You are one down. Good luck, mate.
Give it a go.
He's all right, yeah.
No, some good comments there from Matty. There is some different tactics going on across the board. Notice, like, Daly's he's on rink 2 now, throwing down another drive.
Oh, and he's got it too.
Bang, he's hit it again.
Ended up in the ditch and inbounds.
Oh.
I thought the jack was still live,
Yeah,
Daly.
it was, yeah. Rachel's made a mistake there. She's picked it up out of the ditch when it was still living.
And sorry about the camera view, guys. I'm just, we've lost our iPhone on the side of the rink. But I'm just about to get it back up and going again shortly.
No, so just back to what I was saying about the different tactics going on here. Like, Daly's just been playing weight at every time he's down, bang, throw some weight down.
A lot of them are, they? Absolutely.
I think it's more and more as the day's going on, people are realising that's the way to play it. You've got to give yourself a chance to get shot. There's no good trying to draw for a close second, obviously. You have to either win the end or you just move across. So, and as Matty was saying before, there's not much fear in going for those sort of shots because you're only going back one rink, and then you got the chance to move up again. So, just noticed over there, Colin Veenendahl moving his bag. I hope he hasn't been doing that every single end. When he's moving his bag from one rink to another,
That'd be somewhat painful, wouldn't it?
it is. But they're on the charge. I mean, they dropped back right to rink 13 early in the day. They are now up to. He's got to be at least up to rink 4 there, but he might be up to rink 3. And Matty O'Brien, what a shot! What a shot! Special comments, special bowls.
I'll be back. I'm just going to set the iPhone back up.
Yeah, right, mate. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. We're just all basking in the glory of what Matty O'Brien just.
Well, I actually just saw that shot because I was somewhat blocked, and then I saw the replay on our Facebook live feed. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think
decent shot.
the live feed's coming through just a little bit delayed, so I think the audio's coming through at the same time, which isn't too bad. But, how did Captain go here? He's playing a bit of weight, hoping for a little bit of an edge off here. Not quite. But again, you can afford to play that. And look how keen Josh Sanders is. He's there, ready to go. He's picked up the mat for the opposition, but he's not even playing against for this game. He's hungry for it, and I think he's starting to realise the ends are starting to get deep. We're up to, that was end 26. So Ring 1 seems to be finishing before everyone else at the moment because everyone else is still playing end 26.
And we're back. There we go. Neat.
Might get... Nico, do you mind flicking over the board there for me? Just 26, yeah. So 14 ends to go. I mean, you're still going to be in the prize money hunt on rink 13, but if you're on rink 13 right now, you pretty much have to go undefeated to get top prize. And I'm not sure people are realising just how little ends are left in that case. For the guys up the top here on the front green, you've still got some time to mess around. But if you're on rink 13 right now, you have to win pretty much every end to have a crack.
Hollywood will try to sink the jack here, no doubt, won't
He suggested it earlier. The next time he gets back to rink 1, he's going to try and do it. So we'll see. So we already got the word up from Joshy earlier. He switched over to lead. He's gone minimum length. He's rolled the jack well, and he's going to try and just pit the jack first bowl. Old Alex Marshall style. I don't know if Joshy's quite the bowler that Alex Marshall is, although I'd like to think he is. Let's see how he goes. He's close. Ooh, he's tight. Yeah, you can afford to waste a few bowls here. I'd be curious to see if he goes again or if he just tries to draw a shot. It depends where Obi's just going the draw. But it makes it interesting now because Obi doesn't want to get too close knowing Josh just played that shot. No, see, I don't mind that as a bowl. Like, it's not a great bowl. But you'd think now Josh will just draw and it takes away the drive.
No.
Like if... Well, no, I mean, that's what I was just saying. If Obi had have got within a foot, Josh would probably just go ping knowing he could potentially take the bowl out. But there's no point now. So, yeah, he has. He's switched back to the draw. And he's taken too much off, has he? He has. He has. Now, what else have we got going on across the board while these leads are playing here? We got Dickie Skinner and GP Jeff Peterson sitting on rink 2. Colin Veenendahl and Ian McLeod have come from the clouds. They've come flying from the other green. They're up to rink 3 right now, playing perennial rink 1 players in Dally and Rachel. We've got, from earlier in the day, the rink 1 players in Berkey and Chaz playing against John and Caleb.
Geez, Hilly and your old man.
Hilly and my old man have dropped down a little bit. They've gone all the way back to 5.
Haven't come
Red
out
and-
really well after the break.
No, they haven't. It looks like they're still bowling okay, but I mean, when it's just that one bowl that can hurt you, it's tough. It really still is anyone's game from this point. I'd start to knock off a couple of the teams sitting on 13-12. But you could still come from the other green and get up here. What else we got down in the bottom? So Sloaney and Nige have made their way back down to the bottom green, which they'll be happy about. They'd be wanting to win this end though, I think, and consolidate themselves in that top 5 rinks. Nico doesn't like that, too wide.
Sorry. It's hard when you're doing this live feed to concentrate on what's going on every 2 seconds of the day.
No, that's fine, mate. When it misses, it doesn't really matter. There you go. It's almost easier watching the live stream. Matty's short. No good. Still a gap for Nico. He's going to go big again. Yeah, he has. And he's wide again. Ooh. Hasn't changed anything. And I don't think the shot's going to change either. They know they can just go back to rink 2 and win themselves back to rink 1 again. But you do have to start being careful with the amount of ends we've played. This is rink 26 going on at the moment. And if you fall too far back, you might run out of ends to get yourself back up here. So Josh is called close. He's still wide. He's still wide. No change there. So the Obies will hang on the rink 1. And we'll see who they're playing shortly.
Oh, there we go. That's a good shot. Just threw it down and I'll just take shot anyway, thanks. Just threw it down there.
You're going to go Roman. Go Roman up the top, because most of those guys at the top, we haven't really mentioned too many of them, because there's quite a few who have just been stuck up there. So
And what I'll do,
if you want to go have a chat to them, and
I will.
Yeah. I don't think it's a pretty casual format here, and everyone's enjoying it. I don't think too many people will mind you just cutting in and just going, "Hey, how's your day going? What's happening?" Right, yeah, we'll do it. Leave it on for the moment, and I'll wave to you. So we got Matty's about to go roaming up to the top green there, and
roaming then. See who we can find. I think the first people I want to go across and find out what's going on is Hilly and your old man.
I reckon, yeah, walk that way, because also over on 7 there, Matty, is Daryl and Debbie, who have been on the top green all day. They've just worked their way down to the bottom green here, so
I'll go and have a wander.
you got Matty O'Brien sitting back down. Couldn't let his old man have a shot last end.
No way. Just had to show Nico how to do it.
It is. It's a tricky line out there, though, isn't it? You have to be spot on.
Very tight that end.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, just saying, it's pretty much clutch time now. I don't think people are realising this. They're seeing how many ends are left, but if you're on rink 13 or 12, you have to start winning to get in the prizes.
Getting a move on now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're only about 5 or 6 ends away before we'll start kicking them off the green, and we'll start building up a bit of a spectator base. Oh, I'm gonna have to shut off the audio here, so I'm fucking trying to
Rachel's gone
and I just swore on the live stream. Lovely.
You dropped a few, mate.
Yeah, we just lost a couple, unlucky, but can't do anything about last bowl. But yeah, we're having a bit of fun, and we're still in it. Rink 4, so only one back from where we started.
It's only 3 wins, 2 wins.
Yeah, three wins.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, we're happy to be on the top page here, and still a long way to go. What's that? 26 ends. So 14 to go. So,
Yeah, 14 to go.
Anyone can win it, even rink 13 at the moment. So.
Yeah, well, I'm just going up for a wander up there, so keep going, mate. Hopefully see you on one soon.
Alright, and we're back at the moment, I think. I'm not sure. I've been in charge of turning on and off the audio. I'm assuming we're on. I'm not sure. Matty's just strutting his way up to the top green there to have a chat with a few of the ones up the top. We're currently on, what's this now, N27. Where are you? What's the weight, Matty? Just waiting on Dickie. Let's see. Sorry guys, I haven't been checking the comments. I don't know if there has been any. How do I get it up? Yeah, we've got a few watching here. Too many comments. Last comment there's from Bradley Marin talking about Josh's kit. Is that your police gear uniform, is it? Yeah, it is too. Yeah, no, you did well with them, Bradley. They look good. I honestly can't say. I'm assuming I'm on audio wise here, so now that it's just me. Oh no, I'm flicking off again. Hang on.
all good, mate. We've thrown it into live feed, why not?
So I've got a feeling I've messed something up here. I'm hoping the audio's back. Yeah, Matty will come back and he'll probably be very angry with me. I think I've changed something here. I'm just going to welcome to the microphone Ashley Onley, father of my stepdaughter. Have you ever had a bowl before, Ash?
One had a bowl once, branded bowls pub, they're probably picturesque.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a, stuff there. I've got a bit of history in Tenpin bowling, but
Yeah.
in regards to warm bowls, yeah, only been done it once. Used to watch it as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't know, you're going too far back from me, yeah. What are you thinking about today? You've been paying much attention?
Yeah.
Obviously the kids are here and it's Father's Day, so
Yeah, no, it's
spend a bit of time with them.
absolutely perfect.
A touch warm would be nice, but the amount of cloud and no rain, so we're getting away with it at the
Yeah,
moment.
good day. I'm getting my head around the concept of, I'm guessing it's just more or less knockout.
It's virtually knockout, so every end, so whoever wins this end here will stay on this rink. If you lose, you'll move back a rink, and so on and so forth for every other rink. So the idea is by the end of the day, by the end of 40 ends, you want to be on the top 5 rinks. They're going to be your prize money rinks. So the winner of this rink on end 40 actually picked up $1,500. So 750 each is not a bad. Mate, I'm more than happy to bring you down and teach you how to do it. Okay, so what have we got left here? We got one bowl left from Dicky, and he's down. He just needs to whack these.
We're going to get back down and sit with Zac and commentate. You got someone with him.
See what he's got. He looks tight. He is tight. Yep, so the O'Briens hang on for this rink. They'll stay on rink 1. And Dicky and Captain, my favourites for the event, will move back to rink 2.
Was that last ball what you call a drive?
That was called a drive,
There
yeah. Yeah, so he was a couple down there and didn't have too much room to play a draw shot to get in there.
Yeah.
So he just tried to whip him out the head, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, good. Right, so I think we're back on here. So I just had Ash asking me what club these two blokes are from. So Joshy's from Lilydale, along with Nico, his partner. So Joshy's the one in the police uniform.
Yeah.
And Matt O'Brien, who's from Yarra Glen. He's playing with his dad, Gerald O'Brien, both from Yarra Glen. I was just telling Ash, these are probably the two best bowlers going around in the region. We've got a lot of good bowlers in the region, but these two do really well in most tournaments. I think Matty just won an event last weekend or the weekend before with actually his opponent. He was playing with Nico, who's playing against him now.
Yeah.
But I think they won a fair bit of cash. Matty, where'd you play the other week that you won with Nico? At Denny, yeah. So Matty and Nico just won the Denny pairs a couple of weeks back. Josh is usually up there in events. Will win prize money in pretty much every event, whether he wins the thing or not. But we should have a quality end here. Hopefully, we'll see what sort of setup the boys give him. So Obi's played a couple rippers. That's beautiful. But that invites weight. And that's where the young ones do have that little bit of an advantage, I think, just being more mobile and flexible enough to throw down some big weighted shots. Nico, a good reply. I think he's still down there though. Flicking. So this is end 28 now. I've only got 12 ends left to play. We've got 2 more ends till the break.
The next bowl, just humour me to go more shallow, so you're protecting the jack now. So
it's definitely options you can play. See, there's other things in play where if someone was to play weight and hit the jack out of bounds, the jack gets re-spotted back on the tee, which is the end of this line here. Yep. So you want that back bowl in there as well. Nico's played a ripping shot there. He's now got shot, and the O'Briens now have back bowl. So I don't think Twisties is going to be short here. He's going to be playing through the jack, bringing the jack back or killing the end. He might play with slightly less weight. Depends how he's feeling about the rink. The rink's running really well, so it's just a matter of what he's comfortable with playing, I suppose. He's Twisties. Matty, the one on the mat now, is just up at the Australian Indoors. I think he got to the last 16, was it, Obi? Yeah, last 16 of the Australian Indoors, which is a huge effort. Yeah. A bit tight. Not the shot I thought he would have played. I thought he would have gone a bit bigger. He's trying to give himself an option of turning up the one on the run, turning up Obi's. And Josh, again, not the shot I would have thought. I would have thought he'd cover the back, but
it leaves it quite open.
It does. It leaves it very open. Yeah, there we go. There's the call. He might go quicker. Gives him so many more options.
So does each rink vary from club to club, that you have to actually get a feel?
Absolutely, yeah. The greens at every club are different.
Yeah.
So that's enough a shot. Beautiful by Twisties.
As you know, I come from a cricket and footy background.
Yeah, so the pitches in cricket would be similar.
Cricket wickets, they're generally sometimes you'd deliberately doctor them, as in to suit yourselves. That makes sense, and that even happens in international cricket, whether it be subcontinent wickets and that they make them spin more because Australians can't play spin as well as or don't have the spin bowlers. So they make the wickets big turners, so the batsmen struggle.
Now, I'd say you're right in the advantages that each home green has, but in terms of actually manipulating them to suit, I don't think we have that freedom.
No, but you've just got more. So you've got more.
It's a good time for an auction now.
You've got.
You might get a few extra dollars out of it,
You've got more of a feel from as in.
Definitely do, yeah.
Because you're obviously bowling on it week in, week out. Compared to going to somewhere foreign, I guess it might be slightly different.
Yep, just what you're saying. Josh has just drawn shots. Yep, so Josh and Nico will retain rink number 1, and the O'Briens will move over to rink 2 again. No, you're right. I mean, there's a massive advantage depending on where you play. A lot of grass greens run quite similar. A lot of synthetics run quite similar, but there's the little idiosyncrasies in each green and each rink themselves. So, rink 1 on the forehand coming back the way we're playing today takes a really tight line.
Well, that's one thing I was just speaking to your mum about that I found. I just didn't even think of it being first real time at a bowling green, that each day alternates to what direction you're actually bowling.
Yeah, it does.
But
yeah,
it makes perfect sense that the green gets
even wear. Yeah,
wear and tear. But that was just something I didn't even think of. I saw it on a sign as I was going to the toilet. East, west, north, south.
So north south's where we'd usually play pennant, which is the Saturday comp.
Yeah.
Today I wanted to play north south because logistically moving from rink 7 if you lose up to rink 8 worked better.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, due to trees we've got in the background there. The back of the green, I won't pick up on camera obviously, but Ash, I think you can see that strip along there. It's yeah, it just grows a bit of moss which turns to mould, which is creating a bit of a runoff at the end of the green. So if you go past the tee, it'll actually just pick up speed and go into the pitch.
Yeah.
So it makes it nearly impossible to play that direction. So logistically, it hasn't worked out the best for us in terms of that. But other than that tiny little patch there, the greens are running absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So when we say we're playing on a true green, which we are now, and both of them are, a true green means you know exactly what it's going to do. So you put it out there, it's not going to do anything
weird. Would Saturdays be north-south everywhere? Oh, not north-south. Yeah, north-south everywhere.
I believe that's still the rule, that you have to play north-south on pennant. I believe so.
No different to a cricket wicket.
Yeah.
All cricket wickets are north-south because you don't have the sun in your eyes.
I believe that's why, yeah. And I assume that's still going on, the same ruling, so... Yep.
Is it actually longer north-south here?
No, this green should be fairly square.
Yeah, it actually, by the eye, it actually...
I reckon it looks shorter by the eye.
North-south, you reckon?
Yeah. I thought it looked longer. There you go.
Yeah. Well, different perspectives, but I'm pretty sure it's squared off this green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a 7.5. We can squash 8 rinks into it, but
does that also vary from club to club as well?
Absolutely, it does. Yeah. So Yarra Glen, where the O'Briens, who were just on rink 1, have moved to rink 2. Where they're from at Yarra Glen, their plastic's very, very short, and it's super fast too. So it's very hard to play on. They got a massive home ground advantage. So when we say fast in bowls, it's how long it takes the bowl to come to a stop.
Yeah.
So on a slower grass green, it might be a 13, 14 second green, which means you bowl from the moment of release to the moment of stop will take 13, 14 seconds. So it's obviously a bit easier to control on a slower green until you get too slow. You can go the opposite way and it gets too slow and you've got to heave them up there. But
and are the bowls set weights?
No, so we got, what are you using at the moment, Joshy? 4s? Yeah, so size 4 is the general, I'd say actually a lot of people have gone to size 3s, so there's probably a good mix of size 3s and size 4s. If you're struggling to hold them, size 2s you can still get away with, but they get moved around a little bit more and they're a little bit harder to control. So 3s and 4s are the general go for most players, but and the weight differentials not too much. It's more the size that you're gripping into. So chocolates. No, I don't think I won't have one. Thank you though. No.
And I see some of the older guys have got like the claw. I actually never seen those before to bowl with.
Yeah. So the arms, yeah. So the arms are. There's a lot of guys here. Sorry guys, I'll just flick your camera back over to you. There we are. So we got Josh and Nico versus Captain and Dickie back again for seconds. Not the first time these guys have played today. So the arms, we've actually got on rink 2 there. We got Macca versus Obi, both with arms. The arms are just for blokes. Back's gone, knees are gone, ankles are gone. Anything could be gone, but just keeps them in the game.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want, especially on a nice grass like this, you don't want them dumping it if they can't get down far enough.
Yeah.
So it sort of gets to a point where in a bowler's life, if they recognise they're dumping, they'll switch over to an arm and it keeps them in the game.
Yeah. Are they, like say your top end, like state pennant or whatever it's called, excuse my ignorance, are you allowed to use them?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I think there's no real restrictions on them. They do have their own events as well for just arm bowlers. There's an arm stateside as well.
Yeah.
But no, you'll find a lot of them are quite competitive because it does, for an average bowler, I think getting an arm, like they get referred to as cheat sticks quite a bit. But
yeah, it's no different to like professional golf a couple of years ago, banned a belly putter.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, because pretty much I think that's the only reason Adam Scott won the US Masters was because he was using a belly putter.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty, for mine anyway, it's very ignorant to call them cheat sticks, but they do get called cheat sticks by some people because you get your line a lot easier.
Yeah.
As long as you're standing straight and you're swinging it straight, you're going to get your line, but you lose that touch off your fingers.
Yeah.
And that's what separates from being a really good bowler to a great bowler, is just having that touch and feeling to be able to adjust 6 inches to a foot.
As it comes off your finger tips where it's...
You don't have that feel, so...
Yeah. So...
It definitely helps your line, yeah. So in that way, it's almost a shortcut to getting your line. But I I wouldn't
You
choose
lose the
it.
human touch, though. At the same
Absolutely
time.
do. Yeah, I would never choose it over using my hand, but
So performance enhancing.
yeah.
Performance enhancing some ways, as you said with the line, but
Yeah.
performance hindrance in the other side.
Yeah,
so it
absolutely.
basically evens it up.
Yeah. I think if I had my choice to use them when I wanted, I might pull them out on a drive. If I wanted to go straight up the line, you
Yeah.
could just whip up some speed with it on the swing and let it go. And yeah, I think that's where they still. I think that's where the cheat stick, idea comes into it, is that they can do stuff like that. And I have played in comps before. Where you play against guys who maybe wouldn't normally keep up with you.
Yeah,
But can because of it. They can come whipping into heads that you normally wouldn't do, and then yeah.
Is there any young people that use them?
No, not off the top of my head. I ran into a guy, we played finals years and years ago at Bayswater, and a bloke rocked up who was maybe 26, 27, and he had a stick, and I called him out on it, and he goes, no, my back stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
But then he decided throughout the game to pick up his stick when he wanted to, bowl without it when he wanted to, and I thought, you can't do that.
It's no different to someone playing pool using
using the spider.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could look at it like that, and that's probably fair enough too. I mean, maybe that's
pick
something.
And choose,
Maybe that's something Bowls Victoria could look at though. That you could pick and choose. If you wanted to whip out the stick and play a bowl with the stick, why not? For mine, it doesn't enhance anything. Like I said, it might help with your line slightly, but
yeah. But in the end, if you're having a bad day from a confidence point of view, and that
it could help. Yeah. Yeah, why not? And I mean, that's really what we want to see. We want to see the best quality bowls going around, regardless of the comp, regardless of what's going on. So if that's going to help people, then I got no issue with it. But
yeah.
That's Joshy done here. He's hit something. Oh, that'll be enough for shot, I think, for Joshy. He's left some room for Captain though. Captain's got some room. So we are on N29. After we play back, we'll be having another 10-minute break, and then we'll get into the last 10 ends, and we can start kicking teams off the green who can't possibly qualify for prize money. So we'll get a nice crowd built up. There's already a pretty decent crowd. My family's been here most of the day. We're getting some other families and see some little kids running around. It's good to see. The atmosphere down here is good. Like you said,
good music playlist.
The music's been alright. Yeah. Jeff Hill, thank you for that. Where is Hilly actually? Hilly's playing with my old man over there, so they're on rink 3. So they're still around about the prize money.
He was up top for a bit, your old man.
He was there. They went up there. They won 11 straight ends to get him. They played a few games on rink 1. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. Then he's been floating around that. Is it rink 4 at the moment?
Yeah, they are at the moment. So they're still in the prize money area. And all you really want to be in those last 10 ends, you want to be on this green. Give yourself a chance. The ones on rink 13 and 12 at the moment are in a bit of trouble. Running rapidly out of ends. I don't think they actually can't get to top prize at the moment.
Lucas has been stuck there for a while.
Yeah. So they actually can't get to top prize at the moment, but they can still get in the prizes. So we'll just give them a few more ends before we pull the pin on them. Alright, I'm going to jump up for a minute and get Matty back on. He's finished his roaming Brian. I hope all that audio went through. Cheers, Ash, for stepping in and having a different insight. It was good.
Come down for some lessons. Thanks, mate.
You definitely can, mate. Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. This is 30, yeah. Yeah, so coming back for end 30 here, we'll finish this one off. We'll probably leave the live stream going again, I think, like we did in the after the first 10 ends.
We'll definitely leave it going.
Might have a chat to a few different people. I might go speak to a couple of the ones up the top green and congratulate them for their efforts for today and send them off. Because I think they might be,
you can't do that.
I think they might be cooked, mate. Yeah.
I think Lucas knows. I've told a few of them up on the top that it starts at 33 and off you go from there.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Lucas has got a general idea of what's going on. I know back playing Ben. Yeah, Ben's back up there on 13 against Lucas.
Ben and Marley, yeah, unfortunate, yeah. I mean, all credit to them for hanging around as long as they did, Ben and Marley. But Marley's just a little 12-year-old who's only had five or six
Did you not have my sound on? I've just seen a comment, turn Matt's sound on.
You just told me to turn mine off and on.
Maybe it didn't reach up the back. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right, okay. All good. So, yeah, we'll go ring the bell again in just a second. I'll wait till they're all sort of halfway through their end so they know to come off after their end's finished. We'll have their last 10-minute break. I might go around and have a chat with a few people, and then we'll get stuck into some real serious stuff in the last 10 ends here. Here we go. So Joshy and Nico's been knocked off. Captain and Dickie. I called them from the start. Captain and Dickie are still here, still rocking rink 1. Playing against the O'Briens. The O'Briens and Josh and Nico are going to be, you'd think they're going to be here, unless there's a bit of a catastrophe in the last few ends, which can easily happen. I think you just need to take the game by the balls a little bit, don't you? And
yeah, you do. Absolutely.
That's where these guys are all separated themselves. They are playing those sort of shots.
Righto, so we're definitely getting into the business end now. A few of the Mitcham boys have been. A few of the Mitcham boys have been back and forth from the top onto the bottom. That again.
Oh.
Okay.
Audio's off there, so here comes the bell. Little Miss Annabelle's getting very excited about ringing this thing. There we go, bang. So bell's gone for our third break of the day and our last break. How are we going time-wise? 1:30. We're looking really good.
Who has slid a bit is Nige and Jamie.
Did they what? Oh, no, they're working their way back up. They got all the way down to 8. They did. They went up the top. I saw them. Yeah. They're back down to 5 now, and they're actually playing Dally and Rach too, who spent a lot of time on rink 1.
And they've gone down to 4. They've been stuck between 3 and 4 and 5.
Yeah, I think everyone's been cruising up until this point, but I think the nerves are going to start setting in now, and everyone's going to slow down.
Who got that? I think Nige and Jamie might have snuck that in.
Well, that orange bowler Dallies.
No, they kicked one.
They kicked one away, did they?
Kicked one away. There was one on the jack, so you can't see from there.
No one's kicking bowls on an angle at the moment. So.
Helps if I start moving.
Yeah, Rach and Dally are trying to move over to rink 6. They're waiting for it to finish. So, yes, Sloaney and Nige won that. So, Dally and Rach is the big slide because they spent a long time on rink 1.
Nige and Jamie went all the way up to 8.
Yeah, they did.
After being on 1 early, so...
Back to 4 now. In the money. Dad and Hilly. You got John and Caleb still hanging around on rink 2. You know, Dickie and Captain are flying.
I've lost the iPhone again by the look of it. That's why I can't get that camera angle up.
That's all right. I think this is the main camera we want.
Yeah.
This is the one. So Dickie's got a couple shots there. Room for twisties to draw in though.
I think the web link I'm using for the iPhone is starting to go, we know who you are, you can't sit on us all day long for free, unfortunately.
So I dare say this is working out pretty well, isn't it? The format, everyone seems to be cycling through pretty well. There's no one's complaining. Everyone's moving around the green nicely. Everyone's coming down now after N30. And we'll end up having a good crowd here by the last game.
Good crowd.
So as I said, I just looked through the prize money structure, so I'm going to have to actually go into the safe and change the prize money around. In 3rd and 4th, I'm just going to separate them a little bit because I've re-looked at it and 3rd and 4th are paying the same. So, which I don't mind, but what I would like to do is on N40 have, like I said earlier, have 3rd and 4th play against each other on the live stream, and then we'll have 1st and 2nd play each other on the live stream.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
But there's no point in playing if there's no separation in the money. So
that's all right. Bring the money down here and I'll work it out. Surely I'll put some in my pocket.
You've had $10 of free Cokes, mate. That's plenty.
Righto.
Dicky and Captain still holding shot here. Twisties with only one bowl to play.
The bowls out front.
You'd love to be holding rink 1 going into the last 10 ends, wouldn't
for
you?
Matty to get into this.
It is. There's still a track there for him under his last.
Again,
Captain's
coming on that forehand, which
Yeah,
just doesn't seem to want to move.
No, he's just wasting a bowl out there,
No,
I reckon.
I think he's covering the back. I don't know.
But they've already got the back. They got the back. They got the tee. They got the shot. He needs to cover the hand twisties he's going to play, I reckon.
Yeah.
So he's going to play that. He needs to find that gap. He looks good. If his weight's good here, he's all over it. His weight's great. Yeah. What a shot. What a shot, mate.
What a shot.
Beautiful.
What a champion. All right, guys, so we will take a break for 5. We'll keep the live stream up. I'll just flick it over to the main sort of rink viewing camera. So we'll be silent for a bit, but go and grab yourself a coffee and a tea and whatever else.
Come back for the
we'll
conclusion.
Be back in 5, and it'll be the last 10 rinks. All right, guys, we're back for the last 10 ends. We're down to the business end of the competition. People up the back have already not so much been warned, but been told, get a move on if you want to go somewhere. Because for some of them, they've only got 3 ends left to go. So hopefully you enjoy the rest of the feed. Sorry about the little blank out there, guys. I keep forgetting that I'm doing this live. I can't be playing with settings while I'm doing it live. I was just setting up this camera view, which keeps ducking out every hour or so. The joys of doing a live feed. I think we know Matty's going to come through with a little bit of weight here. Offline. The O'Briens go down there. Again, I think in the last 10 ends we're going to see a lot of slipping and swapping on this end green. You really want to be around 3 or 4 about now. But in saying that, we have had some teams win 10 on the trot, so there's still some hope for people on sort of 8 and 9 up the back that they can come storming home. And again, we've mentioned it a few times before, that's the joy of this format, is that really, if we look at Andrew Daly and Rachel, who are featured on our main rink for a fair while early in the morning, they're now down all the way to 6 or 7. I think they're heading towards 7. Big upset. They want to get we're probably one of the favourites coming in, and they want to get a shuffle on, I'm sure.
So I saw you got a snake to somebody.
Righto.
To
Again, this rink on the forehand for the right-handers, which is most people, just seems to be, if you get inside the line, it comes shooting across the head, or otherwise it holds out there a fair bit. And I think the people that have had a bit of experience know that the backhand is a truer line. As Zach comes back to join us.
Yeah, sorry guys, just working out the logistics of everything going on. So I might actually leave again real quick and go up to top green and start telling guys this is your last end virtually.
Yeah, you can do that, mate.
I think I will, and they can come down and start having a bit of a feed and watching some bowls down the bottom green here. So yeah, I'll nick off and I'll be
It
back.
won't be too long because my commentary ain't that flash.
No, you'll be right. You're starting to learn some names around here. So we've got Caleb and John here playing against Dickie and Captain. Dickie and Captain still hanging around.
Yeah, they've went sort of hang around 3 or 4. Like I was
Yeah.
just making the comment that you want to be around sort of 3, 4, 5 now. Give yourself a good chance. Doesn't mean you're out of it.
For top prize for sure. Yeah. Well, actually, you can't. What are we on? 32. So if you're on the other green right now, you can't win top
No, you
prize. I
can't.
don't think. Maybe if you're on 8, you might be able to just sneak it in. Right. Yeah. I'll jump up the top there. I'll get rink 13 to come off after the next.
Yep, that's fine. You're right, mate. Yeah, I think. Well, it might have just run through. Yep, no, it didn't run through enough. Unfortunately, that's well wide where he needs to be. Next, 2 bowls left on this end. Alright, pressure shot here. He has to make this shot.
What do you want to do? Want to play?
He's got to do something here.
That's fine, Jack. Well, I don't know. You have to be pretty decisive. Room at the back, is there? Oh, yeah. All right.
Geez, I tell you what, this is not going to be far away. He's just missed it unless he bumps. Nah. Bad luck. So we move on again. 33rd end we're up to now. Now, unlike Zach, I'm not up with everybody's names and everything else. I'm slowly learning, but most of the time I'm useless with names at the best of times. But
Until it hurts, that's what we want to see. Finally back.
now we're going to try and put it in the ditch again.
No, I'm not leading this time.
Oh, you swap around again. See, and that's the thing with this tournament. A lot of people are swapping positions every couple of ends, mixing it up.
Until we really finished this thing, it had to be the 40th last time they do it.
So people will now start. We're into the 33rd end.
Right, Bill. Yeah, find it.
Which I'll go and mark in a minute. So really, this is the end where people have got to start to make their move in terms of moving up. So I think after this end, anyone on the 7th rink is not, or can't take out top prize. And I think the big surprise here is Andrew, Delly and Rachel, after the 32nd end, are heading up to the top rink. They're going up to number 8. Which is huge news amongst the locals anyway. As I said, they were one of the favourites to win it. But in saying that, Hilly and Ellen are back on the 2nd rink after making a big run before lunch. And it looks like they're doing it again, making a big run late in the day. The O'Briens have dropped down to the 3rd rink, but still well in contention. Nigel and Jamie Sloan are on the 4th rink. Mind you, they're playing against a pair that I haven't seen as yet. Obviously a pair that's come down from the top down here and making a big run late, so plenty of people still in it. Now, Rusty, just to get back to your comment, GP is on rink 3 against the O'Briens. And he's currently down with, well, he's still got, Matt and GP have still got all 3 in hand. Matt's just put his down, so get back onto the main rink. Couple of good bowls here. Hiding the jack.
Oh, chaos up there. Absolute chaos.
Zach is back, as you can hear.
I've just given the word up to the loser of rinks 13 and 12 this game. Will have to come off the green. But
And
while I was up there,
in the biggest upset, have you seen who's up there?
Dally, I did see that.
I've already commentated on that.
Just saying,
And
most
said
time
that
spent
is-
on rink 1 to finish on the back green.
Finish on the back.
No, there was a bit
Well,
of confusion
after
there
this-
because for some reason after the last bell, people continued to play.
Yes, because they were short short end.
They couldn't have possibly been
Dunno.
short and end.
Somebody
Because you
asked me and I
can't,
said just play it anyway.
you can't run this format without it being synced up, because you have to wait for the rink next to you,
Oh,
and the
yeah,
rink
true.
next to you, and the rink next to you, and it all filters back to rink 1, which we're watching live, and you can't miss. They just continued on after the bell. So then, yeah, there was a few standing around
I
with
might
their
have had
hands
something
in
to
their
do with
pockets.
that, but I'll...
Oh, well, there we go. That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise, yeah. That's all good. They're all fine up there now. We've got them all sorted.
A couple came down and said, we're definitely on 9, we're definitely on 9. And I said, well, if you're on 9 and everyone else is standing around waiting,
Yeah.
play another one.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're all sorted. They're
I
all
said,
happy.
we'll
It's
sort
all
it
fine.
after lunch, after the break. So.
Yeah, well, that was never going to work because they need to be in sync.
Oh.
So what have we got going here? Josh and Nico are back again, and
Your old
as
man's
is
on 2.
John and Caleb are back as well, and picking up their bowls and going across. So maybe they're going back. John and Caleb hanging around.
No, we're down that one.
Oh, you're going down and then across. Yeah.
Strategy now.
Yeah.
We're picking who we're going to play in the last couple of hands.
That's it. You got to think about it. Josh is peeking. No, it's just
What we might actually do, I've just worked out.
whatever you're working out. I'm going to jump back up and get 11 and 12 ready to come off the green.
Yep, that's
I'll be
fine.
back.
And what I might do, folks, just to keep you up to date as to what end we're on, I might put a little text box up in the corner showing us what end we're playing, just so you can keep track. So give us a tick. There may be a bit of radio silence for a little while, but while I do this little trick, I didn't even think about it earlier. I had a lot of different overlays and things to throw over the top, but some of them haven't worked. But that's live feeds for you. We are playing N34, so we're really getting right into the business end now.
Rodney, you played this back, come on. Get down to it. Down, down. Good ball, mate, good ball. Come on, right through. Hurry. Yep, good. Draw it off, mate. Little touch on the jacks, good.
We really are starting to see some good bowls now,
Try, mate. Try.
which is surprising in saying that, because it has been a long day. The 34th end.
Lovely.
Mitcham boys are down 2 here. Potentially got a look of it. We are. Oh, that's nearly made shot.
Yes.
Well, he's had a go there, but he said he wanted to open it up because he still has one bowl
Some people are
in hand.
and also some people are playing up the very top. Just
We've lost a few, I see, mate. A few people walking past with their bags.
Yeah, so I'm actually a rink behind in terms of kicking people off the green.
Whack, he's got it.
Bang, Joshy. What's followed it in though? Dad,
Not
is that a
his
toucher?
though. I don't think
His
that
dad's
was
a toucher?
I think the one that, no, yep.
Was that the toucher? Is that a toucher? No. So Joshy and Nico get through that one.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Dad
I
and
thought
Hilly
the
back to
toucher
two.
went out of bounds.
Lucky, Raker. It was an in behind. I've just told Karen and Tony, who want to play against each other and knock each other off. I said both of you will be coming off this one, so one of them's going to come off with bragging rights there. No, there's a bit of confusion there because
That's the end of 34. I know it's hard.
It's hard conversing across the two greens there. We really haven't paid any attention to the top green today, and I don't think we really need to, but they took it upon themselves to play the extra end.
Yeah, no, that's
So
neither here nor there at the end of the day.
So we've got 6 ends to play here now. Anyone from rink 6 onwards still has a chance at top prize. And anyone from rink, what would that be then? 11 onwards has a chance for prizes to get their money back at least. So who we got there on rink 2? Trish and Craig have come from the back green to start the day.
I've slowly been watching them creep up and
Have
creep
been
up and creep
slowly
up.
creeping.
I reckon they're on a good run at the moment. I think they've won at least 4 or 5 on the trot.
They have, yeah, they're up to the top 2 there, so.
Which they'd probably, what's that, they've got to win another 6 ends on the trot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go, the start of the 30.
John, can I get you to flick over the board to 35?
You're playing 35.
Yeah. So we're on the 35th end here. I'm going to nick off really quickly again and go tell the next lot to...
All right, mate. Yeah. Good bowl there. Lovely bowl. Puts the pressure on early. Oof. Wasn't far away, that bowl. But holding 2 after 2. Yeah, that's a lovely sitting bowl there. If this stays on, it'll be handy. If it stays on, and it's on, then it's a very handy bowl. That. You can't see it, but he's literally sitting on the edge of the green. Knowing that we do have a bowler here who likes to drive, especially on ends like this. He doesn't mind trying to put him in the ditch. Sorry if you can hear that background noise of somebody's doing some gardening stuff straight across the road from the Bowls Club. So if you're picking up a loud noise in the background, that's what it is, unfortunately. I can't do much about it. And that's a cracking bowl. And that's, you're not going to beat that. Yeah, there's no touches in the ditch. You can't beat it. I don't even think if you end up on the edge of the, right on the edge of the ditch, almost on top of the jack, you can beat that. So, I can't even sort of swing the camera around to give everyone a view, but Well, this is basically a dead end now. It's, I don't know why they're bowling. They're probably getting practice in. Because you can't beat the bowl. It's an unbeatable bowl, so. So there we go, the end of end 35. I know, so we are down to the last 5 ends. I think Zac's running around up the back, taking people off the back green. So I think now only the people on the top 5 greens can actually get up and win. Thor Shannon, good to see you, mate, if you're still watching. See you pop up there. And Leanne, Zac's mum. Unfortunately, Leanne, he's too busy yabbering up on the back green. He should be down here doing commentary, but it's all right. I'll try my best. Now, rink 2 still being decided. And there's a pair on rink 2 at the moment who have come out of nowhere, and they're currently holding shots, so they could be on the green, on green number 1, on the main green next potentially. I unfortunately don't know who they are by name, but they have literally come from nowhere. I'd love to know, and I might ask at the start of the next end how many they've won on the trot. And it's a good time to get in good form at the pointy end. And I think they will be moving on to our green. Alright, so we'll just click this over. We're up to end, well, we will be playing end 36.
Alright, so we're down to the last 5 ends, I believe. Is that right? They're playing back here, so yeah, and then it'll be up and back twice after that. So the last 5 ends. The top green has 1 rink left on it, because they are still can potentially qualify, I believe, for rink 5 to get in the prizes. So no, so this is end
36.
This is end 36 now, yeah. He's done beautifully. So cheers again to Matty for the day. We'll try and focus on the bowls a bit for now, but just
We've got 5 ends left.
one last quick shout out to Matty before we close things off. He's done an awesome job here, man. It's been beautiful.
Thanks, mate. All good.
Hope people have enjoyed the stream. I noticed there's been quite a few jumping in and out.
Out.
Never have too many at the one time, but over the day we've had quite a bunch.
I may as well plug me show while I'm here. Matt's Jacks and Balls on YouTube. Just a bit of a bowl show that I've started. Up to episode 3 I released last week, and it's all going well. So if you like a nice, light-hearted approach to lawn bowls, check out Matt's Jacks and Balls.
So back to the bowls, we've got, Trishy and Craig have come from the clouds.
6 in a row, they just said they'd won.
Yeah, it's been hovering around the back green most of the day, snuck onto the front green just after lunch, and then, last 6 in the trot, up to rink 1 now, so they're firmly in the money hunt. I think, can you... Yeah, Trish. So yeah, I believe these guys could still just miss the money. No, because N40, you'd have to be on rink 5 if you're losing from here. So no, I think these guys have locked themselves in some cash.
Yeah, now they have.
They have. So yeah, these guys are going to at least get their money back if they lose every end from here. But you wouldn't think so in this format, that you're going to win at least 1 out of the last 5. And 1's virtually 2, isn't it? Because you're not going back a rink if you're winning. You're coming forward a rink, so it's a two rink play. Now, who else have we got close here? We got the Stryboshes have come from absolutely nowhere. Again, another team that was on the bottom green all day. John and Warren, I believe his name is. John and his son Warren. Absolutely flying at the moment. Playing against Josh and Nico. Josh and Nico have been up and about all day. They're close. They just need to be. They just need to be here at the right time, though. That's the thing. Jamie and Nige have made their comeback.
Yeah,
they're back up here again, as you'd think they should be. Nige has got a resting touch on the jack there. Playing against Hilly and my old man, who again have been around here all day. You can see the nerves coming up a little bit. That's all right. Right, just shuffling people out of the way of the live stream there. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, rink 1 newbies, they're not.
They are, yeah. But you couldn't pick a better time of the day to be rink 1 newbies.
They've made, look, like they've won 6 in a row, so they're
holding shot here too.
Storming.
Holding shot here too.
Storming home.
What else we got? So where's Berkey and Chaz, who were here most of the morning? They're down on rink 6 at the moment, so they want to get a wriggle on to get back up to the top couple. My pick's Dickie and Captain are falling right back. They're down to 5 again.
Yes, I
know. Still, win 5 straight. They're going to win the money.
Yep.
$1,500 on the line for first. So we've got people coming off the top green now. The bank's starting to fill up with the crowd here. I don't know. We'll get a view of it soon. But there's a nice crowd going on here, which is what you want. You want just enjoyable bowls all day. It's been cutthroat all day, so it's been nice and competitive. And then towards the end, just relax and watch some good quality finals. Oh, Rodney Nicholson hits the jack on rink 2. That's, it can't be beaten. So that will be back on rink 1. Back on rink 1 with 4 to play. Now it's going to be a little bit tactical in the next few ends. whether you're willing to lose the rink on rink 1 to go back to 2 to come back to rink 1 for the last end. But you need to make sure you're here for the last end if you want that major prize. So.
Yeah. Just looking at this bowl. Oh. And they win again, so that's 7 on the trot. So that's the end of the 36th. As we can see from the wide view, there's still a few bowls to come down.
I might jump off and clear that top green off, mate, because that'll be the end of that top green. They can no longer make it.
No, they can't. They can't, so we're just, a few people left on the back green, so going to clear them off because they're out of contention.
Whoever wins.
Sorry guys, back to live as to what's going on because we're into the 37th end.
Yeah, just a bit of a lack of maths from me there.
Doesn't matter, it happens.
May have miscalculated. Yeah, but I still haven't quite worked out exactly what's to be going. So on N37 you need rink 8 playing, which is...
You're going to be playing now.
So they're all playing 37. They've just finished 36 over there. Yeah, so there's just a half...
Wonderful tournament idea, but you've got to get your maths right.
It's just a half a stagger in the ends, and that's what's confusing me, I think. So they are still going up there. I'll go give them the word up there.
Can you see any of the pink or not? I'd play a little bit away, trying to come and just get the edge of that pink, enough to move a little bit.
he's on jack, so the play here is to cover the back, which he's done on that last bowl. Because again, the way the format works is that you only have to win by the one shot. So they're sitting on the jack, and they are literally on the jack. So now you've got to work out either how to move them off or try to move the jack. And that's why that last bowl was literally covering the ditch in case they come through with a truckload of weight and get it in the ditch. So he's definitely coming down with weight, but that's well wide, as you can see. So I think now it's just a matter of, hey, just cover the angles. And cover many angles, but definitely cover the angle. But again, of course, staying on the green and keeping yourself live. So here comes another one, a bit more weight again. Just offline. And again, just covering the back. Cover different angles, that's all you can do, pretty much. If she keeps it in bounds. I think it's in, unfortunately we haven't got the peg covered, but... Oh, and he's just missed that. So for these guys, I reckon they've probably now won 8 or 9 on the trot, which is not a bad place to be, because that was the 37th end, so we're down to 38. So literally 3 ends to go, and I think what we're going to try and do is come down to the last couple of ends. I think they'll play rink 2 on the main rink, and then rink 1 after that. I think that's what we're going to try and play here. We're just waiting, but it seems as though people on the top 3 rinks just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Saying that, I'm just seeing if Nigel and Jamie Sloan are moving over to 2 or not. I'm not sure what they're doing here. There's a lot of discussions going on. As you can imagine, the amount of work behind the scenes to do a tournament like this, especially one as different as this, and like I've said, with the mathematics and everything else behind it. But as you can see, and I unfortunately can't move the main camera around, but the crowd's now starting to build up as more people come off the green. The crowds are starting to build up behind the rinks. So I might be back in a minute. I might go and see if I can move that camera by hand. There we go, hopefully that gives people a bit of view. Especially of 1, 2 and 3. So I think they've worked it out because they are definitely playing on 7. Because whoever's playing on 7 could still be in the money. We're paying, the tournament's paying up until rink number 5. So if 7 win the next 2, they can win the next 3 really. So we're just in a bit of a pause at the moment. I think they're just working out what they're going to do in terms of rinks and everything else. So we are just pausing for a bit. Sorry about that, guys. Once again, it's been a fairly good day at Mitcham. We've been able to avoid any rain as per the forecast, so they actually got the forecast right for once. Shouldn't say that, but the forecaster told true. So it's been a bit chilly down here in Melbourne. A few blokes running around in shorts, but they're mad. Yeah, we are in a bit of a holding pattern here, guys. I think Zach's running around just working out the formalities of what we're going to do with 3 ends to go. So I might take a quick break for a couple of minutes. Stay on the feed, please, by all means. Yes, David, yeah, it is. It's not freezing cold, but it's cold enough, and I was going to bring a heater, but I didn't. It's just starting to chill a little bit now. But that's all right. We persevere with what's going on. So look, guys, we might have a quick break for a couple of minutes. I might go get a refreshment, and hopefully we'll be back in about 5. But I'll keep the feed up, so have a look around, see if you recognise any of the players. So they're literally settling down. We're waiting for end 7, which is now, or rink 7, which is finished. So we'll be back shortly. We are back on. Just looking on rink 2. It's another pair that I really haven't seen a lot of. So a couple of teams have made a big run late, which in a tournament format like this is only of great benefit to yourselves. decent bowl. Only dropped about half a metre short there. Sorry about the picture there off to the side. The quality's degraded a touch, but it's still up. We have lost it a couple of times in this feed. As previously mentioned, these guys have now won, I think Trish was saying before, they've won 8 on the trot. 8 or 9 on the trot now, so in good form down the pointy end. You can see there's a lot of high fives and clapping and all sorts of things going on now as they know they're getting into near the end of it. And just to give the viewers a bit of an idea, it's actually a, in terms of watching the bowls, I'm primarily, we're just off to the side on that view, we're just off to the right-hand side of the view that you're looking at the moment. But we've actually tended to watch the live feed a bit and then look up and just for length, sort of picking where the length is. But so to be honest, you guys are getting the better of the looks for sure. Now this bowl's going to be very close. It just hasn't got the length there to take shot. I think these guys are still holding 2. I know Trish has got a couple of bowls. I think there's only one bowl coming from the other pair.
What a nightmare. So someone had played an extra end up the top after the bell decided to roll the jack and keep going. Which in turn has thrown things out of sync up the top, and since I've cleared everyone off, we've got it sorted now. Let's just put it that way.
That's all you need to worry about,
so
as long as you've got it sorted now.
The loser of rink 7 and the loser of rink 6 is cooked after this end, and they'll be off the green. Rink 7 can only get to rink 5 to get their money back for the tournament.
That's right.
And our rinks 1, 2 and 3 are the ones who can still play for first prize.
I was just making comment. This gentleman that's wearing a big RSL top.
Yeah, John Strybosh.
They've come out of nowhere.
So, yeah, he's from Vermont. He's been on the bottom green most of the day. Did he just knock off Josh and Nico? And I think he has.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And the winners of number 1 are staying here again.
And who won rink number 1 here? Trish and Craig again?
Trish and Craig again.
No way.
Trish, what's that? 10 on the trot?
Timed your run perfectly.
9 or 10 on the trot. We will now be playing the 39th end.
39th, I'll go clean up rink 7.
Yep.
I'll be back quicker this time, mate.
So I see our viewership has increased. Everyone tunes into the last 2 ends or 3 ends. I like the business end. And we have some Rink 1 newbies who have not been here all day and have come from, as Zach said, they have been on the back green most of the day. And they have turned up on the second last end. And if they stay, they are in the money. I'd love to have a chat with them and find out where they have come from, because they must have won a few on the trot as well. So with 2 ends to go, the second last end, here we go. So Craig and Trish, decent start there by Craig. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of our newest pair. I will find out shortly, hopefully. But again, having not played today, I don't know how different a rink 1 is to rink 2. So it is definitely an advantage to come in, especially on the 39th end, our second last end, having played here a couple of times. Well, Craig and Trish have been on here for the last, I think this is their 3rd game now, so they are definitely well aware of how this green is running. And saying that, that is shot. Here comes the last ball for Craig, and I think he's going to be short and wide, and hasn't helped matters there, unfortunately. And this is going to be a cracking bowl here. Yeah. Pressure is definitely on Trishy. Going to have to be up and in there.
Right, so we got a first appearance of the Stryboshes here. Happy Father's Day to Johnny and his son Warren.
Oh, no, father and son, see?
Father and son Strybosh, yeah. First time on rink 1 all day, and what a time to be doing it. You need to win this end though if you want to be in the major prize for the last
Trish
end.
is in the money here. That's
Trish,
cracking bowls
what a
straight
shot.
up. And I said that the hard thing for these guys, it's their first foray onto rink number 1.
Yeah. No, that's right. Johnny is more than capable though. He's been a long-time Premier League Division 1 player, onto a wealth of health issues.
Yeah.
And he's still, look at that, just not quite turning enough, and that's the difference, like you mentioned. not playing on this rink, not knowing how much it's going to turn.
Knowing that the forehand isn't turning as much today as people expect.
So we got a prize money game going on. Winner of rink 6 here will guarantee themselves money back for their prizes. They'll get $70 back for finishing on rink 5 by N40. The loser of rink 6 is out. The loser of rink 4 will also finish on rink 5 and therefore get their prize money back.
Righto.
And this is where it gets a little bit confusing. I'm trusting my own judgment here to make sure I've got it all worked out properly, but I'm fair sure we've sorted it after the debacle on the top green.
That's all right.
Oh,
this does happen.
That's tight.
Yeah, very tight.
Massive over adjustment there by Johnny. Now what I am seeing is Josh Sanders over on rink 3 as well as Matty O'Brien. They cannot. Well, they're playing. What are we playing here? We're playing rink. We're playing N38. So I don't know who won that.
Here we go. What's Trish doing here? Righto. Last bowl glory here. This is for a spot.
Spot in the final. Benny, can you flip that board to 39?
And I'll tell you what, this is not. I think it's going to turn. No, is it? What's it doing? Oh, gave it a red hot go.
Right, let me just go through and clarify because now we're up to N40, so
we are up to
everybody
N40,
off,
so
and they'll all get their money, and
I think
we'll have
you
a couple
go and
finals.
organise it, Zach, and we'll. What are you thinking?
We'll run 3rd and 4th against each other on rink 1, and we'll leave the final for the end.
First and
after that,
second,
so,
righto.
Yeah.
So while Zach goes and gets that sorted. While Zach goes and gets that sorted, we're just finding out. We're just sorting out prize money and things like that. Then we'll play 3rd and 4th on our rink number 1, our main rink, and then so these guys will have a rest for an end, and then it'll be the playoff for the winner. We're not sure who it is or what's going on yet, so please bear with us for a bit. As I've said a couple of times, there's a lot of organisation that goes into a tournament like this because you've still got 5 live rinks in terms of prize money. But we do want to showcase, 3rd, 4th, 1st and 2nd. Because the prize money between those 4 are different, of course. I'm guessing the hard thing will be sitting down and having a rest for 5 minutes. Wouldn't be my preference coming into a one-end shootout, but we'll see what happens. So what we're doing, guys, is just waiting till all the other rinks finish, just so we can sort out who has won what and where and how, and everyone sits down and can enjoy 2 ends to determine, well, the first game will be 3rd place, 4th, to determine those rankings, and then 1st place, 2nd. So on our coverage, we've still got 2 rinks to go, or 2 ends, not 2 rinks. Still got 2 ends to go, as I said, to determine what's going on there, and then we'll be into it. I know it's not the greatest of viewing, but unfortunately that's the way it is in this format. As we can see, the guys on rink 1, 2nd, 3rd and 4th are ready to go. It's the O'Briens. The O'Briens and John and Warren, who just played on 1. So I think it might be father and son versus father and son. I'll get that confirmed by Zac. But I think it is definitely going to be father and son versus father and son. So decent way to finish 3rd and 4th on Father's Day. Hope everyone's had a good Father's Day out there. Mine's been wonderful sitting here all day, commentating this and running all the IT and things, but the things we do to bring you the coverage that we can. I'll just get an update on what's happening, but I think we're just about ready to kick off. As you can see, most of the bowlers that have played in the tournament today have stuck around, have a few refreshments. What's the last 2 ends? Again, apologies for the delay in coverage per se, but yeah, there's not much going on at the moment. But we will be getting into it very shortly. Zac heads towards the commentary area. We'll get an update.
So I'm just giving everyone.
Righto guys, I'm joined by Hilly, who's been shown a fair bit today on rink 1. Where did you end up, mate?
Rink 5 we finished, crashed and burned the last few ends.
That's all right, got your money back?
Well yeah, that's happy with that with any tournament, but it's been a ripper.
It's been a great cracking day.
The rain's held off, it's been, the greens have run well, no complaints.
So So again, we're just having a quick break
Before the playoff for third
before
and
the
fourth.
playoff for third and fourth. The Bosches versus the O'Briens.
Family affair.
Yeah, I was thinking before, it's father-son versus father and son.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be an interesting hit out on Father's Day. No, you had an alright day out, mate?
Lovely day out,
Yeah.
mate. Always good day on the bowling green.
We just couldn't get it together in the last few games, last few ends.
Yeah, a bit of luck went up against us, but you know, that happens in bowls.
Yep.
Good day out. Father's Day, got to choose what we were doing, so I can't complain.
No, exactly right. No, and again, see, all you need is a few good ends based on information we got before from Trish there on an 11-game streak.
Yeah, she touched us up.
Yeah.
Got us good. She put in a bomb to beat us, which turned us around today.
She's done that against a few people by the look of it. You know, and end up winning 11 ends on the trot unless you...
That's what we did earlier.
Some good shots.
We peaked too early. We won 11 early, but it was from game end 20 rather than end...
well, they would have
29.
started at 29, yep.
Yeah.
And again, I think... I'll have to have a look. I don't know if John and Caleb will have a look who's playing. See, unfortunately with John and Warren, they got onto the number one rink on the 39th end, and you could see clearly that they didn't know how exactly it was playing.
Right. Oh, okay, it's the only one they've got on.
Yeah.
Yeah, only game, right.
A couple of times they threw some down on the right-handed forehand, and it just wasn't coming back. It is father and son.
It is indeed. You ripped
Well, you're up there, I'm down here.
Good luck, boys.
So it's going to be Warren and Gerald leading off.
This for third and fourth, is it?
Third and fourth it is.
Right. Ranking points for these boys, they get.
Oh, and a bit of cash, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, ranking points and cash for them, so, yeah.
And again, this is a Bowls Australia ranked tournament. Which really was another bonus for the tournament. It just wasn't well publicised that it was.
Yeah, true.
Because the good thing is you get... For anyone thinking about holding a tournament such as this with decent prize money, sometimes it's good to get the teams in without announcing it's a ranked tournament. And then you do get a lot of teams in that aren't chasing ranking points and aren't chasing money per se. Still get some very excellent bowlers in the mix. It's wide, but it is behind.
Yeah. This one's coming in on a better track if he misses his front one.
Just off, yeah. Again, I reckon he's a touch heavy on this, but that will...
Let's finish about Jack Eye.
That'll be shot.
Still plenty of room there.
Heaps of room, but again, people have been on this green loath to play that forehand side because it just doesn't want to come back. Well, at least he's got one behind there, Gerald, so... Last bowl of the day for Warren.
He's played the forehand.
Again,
his weight's looking good.
Coming back a bit. Yeah, lovely bowl there. Put him in a good spot. Lovely spot to be in. 6 bowls to come. As we said before, decent crowd now out to watch the last 2 ends. Most of them all sitting around with Father's Day refreshments.
Yeah, got good 50, 60 people here watching.
Here comes Matty on the backhand. And again, having played on this green.
Comes up short.
Yeah, it comes up half a metre short there.
All sorted.
So,
yeah, I just need to split the prize money for these two.
John's bowl, and that's
Yeah, I'll see
wide of the mark. I reckon that's in for second shot. Here comes Matty. I can't sort of flip the screen because Matty doesn't muck around on the mat. He's just on and off.
So straw washers are holding 2, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Matty's got 1 bowl to play after this. That's no good. Tee's covered, back's covered. Yeah, you just got to clog it up a bit, I think.
Yeah. Let's get one in there and give him something to look at.
I won't give him anything more to sit on though. If you hang out this wide,
he might be out a touch wide.
Because that guy.
Here's Matty down with the final bowl. Oh!
Yep. Thanks, Chaz.
He might have fallen in.
No, no way. Not even close.
They're having a good look.
My favour, Rod.
100%.
Definitely us, Dad.
Definitely us,
Let
yeah.
it go, I'm confident.
So a bit of trust between father and son here.
Father and son just asking to trust each other.
I mean, I could tell him he's 100% got the shot.
Yeah, it looks
See how much John's
from
got
our
faith
side,
in
we're
him.
literally side on from where
he
the
has
jack
to
is.
now. He can't come up and check it, so.
There we go.
So Stryboshes.
Stryboshes getting for third, and the O'Briens, who have been there and thereabouts all day long, have come in fourth.
Yeah. Father-son versus father-son too. That
Yep.
was a good finish for Father's Day. That's beautiful.
Great way to finish that one.
All right, so we'll get cracking into the final now.
Into the final.
Yeah. He's all right.
Into it. So, John and Caleb, who have been on and off this green pretty much all afternoon. The second half. So they're definitely not newbies to the green. Sorry about the strobe effect of the
Can you get
iPhone footage there.
Oh, if it's open, I might be able.
So
We good? We on audio?
John and Caleb got the match.
We on, are we? Yeah.
We are.
Beautiful. So those last two there will pick up 12 points apiece rankings points for national rankings. Being a $3 grand+ tournament, they will, we've registered for rankings. Get in touch with Lucas Protopappas if you're running a tournament and can get it over $3 grand. It's worth it. get those extra ranking points in. I mean, there's a lot of the big name bowlers that go around to these big comps, but if you can get some of these little comps and get a few people winning them, you get some different names up there, which is good. So these two are playing for, I believe, 36 and 24 points apiece for rankings wise, and prize money wise, yeah, $1,500 for first and $750 for second. So that's good. Big differential in prizes here. This is a huge game. You double your money up if you win it.
His first bowl came down nicely.
There you go. He's played well all day. I was told before by a Sharpie from Dandenong, this bloke has never played pennant before in his life.
Really?
He only plays barefoot at Dandenong.
Really?
And he has been on rink 1 and been on a tear for most of the day.
Well, we won't tell people his full name then, otherwise there'll be plenty of people chasing him after. Looks like this.
Shooty by Craig.
Craig's
He has
put in
made it all the way there. Beautiful.
Cracking shot that.
Roll him over. Enjoy yourself.
I mean, he looks raw on the mat, but he's been getting them so close. Yeah. He's just pulled this one a little bit tight.
Yeah.
Love the weight though. I mean, he leans anything at that weight, he's going to make something happen.
Oh yeah.
And he's just dropped into the ditch, which doesn't help. They don't have a back bowl and they don't have the tee, so one down without the tee and without a back bowl.
Might be a touch wide. It hasn't been coming back from out there all day.
No, definitely hasn't. Not in a bad home though. But yeah, there's a lot of work for John to do here.
So you prefer something back left or back right to the viewers, as you can see.
There's not many options here. I mean, he either has to land the pink full and stay, or just pure draw. And I have noticed all 6 bowls then were on the forehand, which is odd for rink 1. Everyone's been playing the backhand. I think once they clued onto the forehand's very tight. And John again is on the forehand. It's going with a little bit of pace.
Looks good
there. What, yeah, it's not too bad.
I don't know if he's got the weight to turn.
No, I thought he had more than that. It looked more out of the hand. He's he's got a much better setup now.
Sitting upright now.
Much better setup there now. Any contact should shift the pink. Trish can make this nearly impossible here if you can turn the pink up onto the jack. It's too wide for that.
Not that width.
No.
Oh, they're coming down to have a look.
I am finding though, matey, with this live stream setup, it's much easier to watch it on the screen than it is to actually watch it.
It is. I've said before, we're pretty much side on. They're just off to our left a little bit.
The camera's offering a better view though.
Stick a rod out, you'll probably see my hand wave, but I can't. But it is, as I said, the viewers are getting a much better look than we are in terms of width, especially.
Bloody nice crowd here. Good of everyone to hang around after they've been knocked out and can't get involved.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Johnny, pink clean he wants.
Oh,
he hasn't got that well.
That was just unfortunately hit that front bowl.
Can't say it's the hand I would have played, Matty, but because that was always
it's a tough one.
You couldn't get the back edge of the bowl like you needed.
No. Which is almost what you needed. So.
But I mean, any wider, he gets any of his through the pink and potentially makes shots. So
yeah,
he was a bit.
If you were Trishy, you'd be covering, wouldn't you?
Oh, there's no reason to cover. I'd almost be blocking a hole or just dropping short. They've got the back bowl, they've got tee, they've got everything here. So Trish has just put a nothing bowl down.
No, she was asked to put it there.
There's no point. That's pointless bowl. They've got the back regardless.
Geez, you're harsh.
I am harsh, absolutely. You got to be harsh. Well, they've got nothing behind the other mob, so
you've only got one left in his pocket. This is it.
Is he going to draw it or is he going to play some weight? No, it looks like a draw. Tell you what, his line's not
weight behind this. Just watching it go past. No, he's not there.
Just sailing through.
And that's it.
Trish and Craig come from the bottom green, rocked up latest out of everyone here. And
Absolutely.
got their way to 1, and then they've been on 1 for a long time now.
I think they've won 12 on the trot.
12 on the trot. I reckon it might be
11
more
or 12
than
on the
that.
trot to win the whole tournament.
I think it might be more than that. So
well done.
Thanks to everyone. I'll leave you with Matty to close you down while I go inside and start getting these presentations going.
Get your presentations organised. Well, thank
Good
you
on
very
you guys.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to everyone that's been watching throughout the day. There's not much more I can tell you. Craig and Trish win. As Zach just said, they've come from the back green and they've potentially won about 12 on the trot without keeping track. But that's a great effort to win 12 on the trot, to win the whole tournament. They walk home with 1,250 between them. John and Caleb walk home with 750 between them, which is a good day out. Would have been nice for anyone to get that kind of money. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the live feed, and please tune into Matt's, Jacks and Balls on both Facebook and YouTube. Interesting little TV series that I've been doing, so feel free to give it a watch. And that'll be us done from the Mitcham Bowling Club. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and we'll see